What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I know y'all in this big fuck shit Friday to come out this early, but child, I got some unexpected shit. He got hit with some unexpected shit. So, got a lot to do this weekend. Yesterday after I did my videos yesterday where I asked y'all to, send in some topics in order for me to be able to do the video today, y'all showed up and showed out, honey. Y'all gave me so much stuff to talk about. It has now spilled over and I have to actually do a shit talking Saturday video. So if you don't hear your topic or whatever it is that you asked me to speak on this video, rest easy. It's coming tomorrow, okay? I don't know how I'm going to get time to do that video tomorrow because I just got woke up like an hour ago and a friend of mine reminded me I'm supposed to be helping her. She has a catering business as well. She does hers full time and we help each other out. So I'm supposed to go help her and make me a little coin. Then I got my own situation thing, a little birthday party tomorrow, and it's just like, Lord, where am I going to get the time to do this stuff? And today is the day that you do the prep for, the preparations and stuff when you have a gig the next day, especially if it's not going to be a lot of people where you can't, it's going to take you a couple of days. So somewhere in here, y'all will get a fuck shit Friday. Well, y'all gonna get that now. And tomorrow at some point, I'll come back and I'll do shit talking Saturday. I'm gonna try my best to do it. If it don't come through, then that means that whatever subjects I left off will automatically be the first thing I talk about next week, fuck shit Friday. That's just in case I can't come through. It'll go into next week's, and it'll be the first things I talk about, okay? Now, first thing y'all been bugging and wanting to talk about is this Peter Thomas and Matt Jordan situation, okay? I got two different stories. I got one story from TMZ and one story from All About the Tea. I'm just going to break down what happened, give you both sides of the story, and then I'll weigh my opinion in. And of course, you always welcome to go down in the panic and add what you want to add to it or inform me if it's something that I don't say that I may not be aware of that you know about, okay? Now, this all started because Matt took to Instagram to make a video where he basically threw Todd Tucker and Peter Thomas under the bus. He said that after Sheree's housewarming party, they were headed to the Gold Room, and Todd and Peter began to ask him questions like, do you give any type of compensation from Kenya for your role in this season on the Real Housewives of Atlanta? They went on to explain that the Real Housewives of Atlanta, or Bravo, does not pay the males that come on the show. So the wives usually break the husbands off out of their salaries, okay? And according to Matt, they urged him to go and talk to Kenya about it because he wasn't, readily at first wanting to go and ask her about anything. They were telling him, look, you have been her storyline and you deserve some type of financial compensation. He said they told him, gave him examples of ways to approach Kenya about the situation. Also, he was upset because he stated that Todd had suggested to him, Todd told him that they were like family, he loved him like a brother, and that he was going to look out for him and help him find ways of, making some money for himself, and suggested that he do a fitness video. Now, we all know that Matt is ex-military and has a out-of-this-world body, okay? So, that was a suggestion that was placed upon him. He said Peter also said that he would look out for him, even so much so as when you come to North Carolina, you don't have to worry about, making reservations. Just let me know ahead of time, and you can come to the club, sit in the VIP, all of that stuff, I got you, pretty much saying that to him. Now, they also told him that on the reunion, he could stand to make up to $10,000 for, being on the reunion special, right? Well, they taped the reunion last week and Matt was banned from the reunion. I don't know if that was something that Bravo Andy came up with, or, Kenya went and talked to him and they felt like, they didn't want to do it. I personally think that it had, I'm finna sneeze. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. That's the allergies now, the pollen fucking little bitch. But I don't know if I personally think that Matt wasn't able to go in at a reunion because he has exhibited such volatile ways on this show. He done did so much, from vandalizing Kenya home and her vehicle to getting into it with that Uber driver. They chose to be safe rather than sorry, and the decision was made to ban him from the reunion special. I don't feel that had shit to do with Todd and Todd and Peter. Why he opted to do that, that video, I don't know. Well, from that video, I saw Todd's video. Basically, Todd is saying, you know what, man, I ain't even gonna, really go there with Matt. I wish him well, but this is what happens in reality TV. Sometimes this just ain't for everybody. Todd was very, in my opinion, he was nice about it, and he pretty much brushed it off and said he wasn't going to be, getting into no situations and conflicts with Matt over what he said. Now, Peter, on the other hand, is a little bit more high-headed. He's Jamaican, and he speaks his damn mind. He gets on his video and he says, why you throwing me and Todd under the bus, putting us in your mix? True, we did tell you after Sheree's event when we were headed to the Gold Room that our ladies do, break us off monetarily for our contributions to their storylines on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. However, we did not coach you to do that, and for you to bring us in on your drama because she played you is kind of soft. He told him he needed to man up and handle his business, right? Well, Matt didn't like that, and I think he made some type of, threat again at, Peter. He ain't say nothing really to Todd. Well, yeah, he did. He went on Todd's IG, and he left a little comment basically saying, you guys are solidified. Y'all got y'all place. Y'all got y'all money on, with this Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise. But I don't have nothing to lose, and you might want to walk light. So basically, I took that as a threat, okay? Well, this past Tuesday, a radio station in Charlotte, North Carolina, where Peter currently is residing and where he has his businesses at, invited Matt and Peter to come face to face. Okay, they were invited to the radio to talk about this Matt and Peter situation. However, when Matt got there, he wanted to talk mainly about Real Housewives of Atlanta and his relationship with Kenya. However, the subject of the Instagram post was brought up, and he said it wasn't his intention to throw Peter or Todd under the bus, and he apologized to Peter. The article from All About the Tea says that Peter wasn't having it and called Matt out. Peter became hostile and told Matt, "You're a sucker. You didn't get paid by Kenya." He said Kenya has played other men before, but you got played and got nothing. And after that, you think the interview would have ended, right? Because she done went left, but it did. Okay? From that point on, Matt was kind of standoffish, according to this this article, because everything he said was being twisted and manipulated, and the interview seems to be more Team Peter. Okay, Matt and Peter started arguing back and forth, and they both stood up all of a sudden. Matt stepped toward Peter, whose hands was in his pockets, and the source told All About the Tea he heard a click. Okay, Peter pulled out a knife. Matt saw that, his eyes opened wider, and he saw the knife and went to wrestling with Peter. Matt had both hands on the knife, trying to pry. Hold on, damn, you tell it. Okay, that might be all. I don't know. But say he had his hand on both hands on the knife trying to pry it out of Peter's hand. Peter was able to wrap his arm around Matt's head, but Matt broke free, slipped behind Peter, tackled him to the ground, and went to stomping and punching Peter. The fight was broken up and Matt bolted out of the door, headed back to Atlanta. Okay? When he got a call from someone at the radio station because they had neglected to have Matt sign that waiver to release the video footage of the fight. Now that's one of the stories I heard. TMZ say that Matt came in there aggressively and ended up throwing a water bottle at Peter. Okay? Now let me see what else I got down here. Okay, when the radio employee called Matt on the phone, he was en route to Atlanta. The employee offered to meet him somewhere along the route for him to sign the waiver, but Matt declined. So the police was called to the scene, and Peter intends to file charges. And I was told that the video footage was indeed given to Peter, and he plans to leak it after he do some edits to make him look better during this little fight. Now that's what I got from All About the Tea. This is how I feel about this shit. Real talk. I do believe that Todd and Peter probably told him, this is how we get our coins, okay? I don't think they told him to go ask Kenya. I think he went and asked Kenya on his own, and she cussed his ass the fuck out, and he got mad. Then he got even more so mad when he went to try to go to the reunion show, and he was refused. They refused to let him in because he was barred from the set. Okay, I don't understand what's wrong with me. I don't. And I'm kind of disappointed in Peter because you should have played it smooth just like Todd did. You're an older man. You're supposed to have a little bit more wisdom than this boy. This boy is not working with a full deck, and I do believe that Todd and Peter said they was going to look out for him. But that was before he started acting out on this show. I think when they started to see how crazy this boy get and how mad and angered he can be, Todd decided he didn't want to do business with him. And I also believe that when Peter saw how volatile and Matt can be, he did stop answering his phone calls and stuff. But see, that's where y'all played it wrong, Gabe, because what I would have did was, I would have told his ass. I just made a Facebook post last night saying that, I got to go and pray about my mouth, because as the older I get, the less I feel like I need to lie or sugarcoat anything. If I think it usually fly in my mouth before I have any control over it, and people tend to be sensitive. Even though you're not trying to come off as offensive, the truth don't always settle well with people's spirits. Y'all should have told this boy, I ain't fucking with you because your ass is fucking crazy. And if he put his hands on Peter first, Peter got every right to file assault charges against Matt. Because it don't look like nothing wrong with Peter. I saw the video footage of him the next day following that. He didn't look like nothing was wrong with him. But I'm still disappointed that a man of your age and your senses would allow this young, half-crazy young boy, because that's what he act like. He don't act like nothing near a man, to bring you to a point where you act out like that and wind up getting into a physical altercation with him. Ain't no way in hell I would allow that to happen. Clearly something wrong with me. And he's not going to stop until he wind up hurt or locked up. And I'm talking about locked up to the point where he can't bond right out like he been doing. All them damn mug shots ain't for no traffic tickets and stuff like he be trying to make us think. Hell no. Some of that shit is from domestic abuse, because this boy got a serious problem. But my thing is this: you can't make a person deal with you if they don't want to. Even if what everything Matt say is true, what do you have to be mad at Peter and Todd for? They can't make Kenya give you no money. They can't make Bravo let you in on their specials or reunions. You can't make them. He can't make them do nothing, and you can't make them work with you if that's not what they want to do. I don't give a shit what was said until something is put in writing in a contract form. It ain't nothing but a conversation had between two motherfuckers, and that's what he need to see it as. Get out your damn feelings. Go find your ass a way to get you some coins in your pocket and leave these Real Housewives of Atlanta folks alone. Because when that relationship went south with Kenya, you done as far as these guys are concerned. Then they see how you are. It ain't all Kenya. You have a real problem. And until you address that problem, ain't nobody gonna want to fool with you. You can't come at them people like that. He done lost his goddamn mind. Child, I was like, you know what? I can't do this him. I can't do him. I wouldn't have been able to do him on nowadays. He is straight up acting like a bitch boy because he feel like somebody owe him something. You a grown ass man, what they owe you? They just told you how they get down. And then on top of all that, you got to remember, those are husbands. Or a husband and a former husband. You is just Kenya's boyfriend. And I think, I think Kenya probably turned you down for all the shit you done did. Because we all know, let's just be 1,000. Even though I'm Team 12 all day long, we all know Kenya done brought niggas on here and paid them before. You didn't get paid because you acted damn fool. That girl wasn't here for you. That's what it was. That's what it was. That's all I have to say about that. Y'all can get down in the panty and discuss that with me some more if you like to further discuss that. But that's all the hell I feel like talking about when it comes to Peter, Matt, and Todd's situation. Because that, to me, is stupid. It's like he grasping for straws, and I can't understand why. Why is we doing this? Now, let me see what else I want to go to for next. Okay. Lord, this pollen got me really drove. I went out there this morning, and Lord, it is thick on these cars. Okay, let's talk about former Love and Hip Hop Atlanta star and little scrappy baby mama Erica Dixon was arrested Thursday for driving drunk. A state trooper pulled her over for speeding, and when questioned, she said she had had 3 shots of Grand Marnier. She refused a field sobriety test and was ordered not to drive and told to call a friend to pick her up. She refused and fled the scene and was ultimately arrested. She was taken to a nearby detention center where she was cited and released. Now, let's talk about that. I watched the video, and you can hear her saying that she felt like she was being harassed, and she asked would she be detained long, right? The next part of the video shows cops speeding up to this gas station where she's parked at, but Erica was sitting inside the car. They asked her to get out, and it didn't even seem like they really gave her a chance to get out of the car before 3 or 4 cops was pulling her out the car. And you can hear her screaming, saying, I'm a female, you ain't got to do all that, I'll get out. Once she get out, we see her being placed in handcuffs, and she's asking why she being arrested and why wasn't her rights being read to her. Now, upon further investigation, I found out the reason why they came into the gas station where we seen her parked at is because that's not the original place that she was stopped at when she was originally stopped, okay? They say she was stopped somewhere else, and she sped off and was stopped again at that gas station. So if they had to chase you, girl, they gonna come at you crazy. Now, she did do a video response, but I couldn't find it. They said it was there, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Maybe some of you all have seen it. But if that's the case, and you were stopped in another location and drove off, and then they caught up with you and stopped you again, yeah, they gonna be aggressive with you because you fled. Tell them get that. Then if them people if you told them before you had 3 shots of Grand Marnier, girl, you might be considered. You may not be drunk in the sense that we would say you're drunk, but in the eyes of the law, and that blood alcohol level might say that legally you're drunk. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go look at that video and tell me what you see. It's on the Shade Room. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. I just, to me, it's crazy. You know, if you don't want the police harassing you, don't do shit to give them a reason to harass you. Although we know it's 2017, sometimes you ain't got to get asked no damn reason. But I really can't really make a good... I can't really come to a conclusion because I don't know what to believe. Was this the original place that she was stopped at, or was it not? Did she drive off and y'all had to catch up to her again? Because if that was the case, then we all know that once they gotta chase you, they not gonna be too friendly to you. So I don't know. Y'all put it down in the pen what y'all think about that. I thought that was kind of crazy though. Girl, I hope you didn't do it like that there. Don't let that down. Okay. Update, y'all. Update. Remember last week I was telling y'all about Tiffany White. She the young lady claiming that she the lost love child of Janet Jackson and James DeBarge. Where she lied. Apparently DNA results was done on James, and there is zero probability that this is his kid. So again, like I told y'all last week, I ain't feel like this girl was lying, was telling the truth. I wish her luck, but that's not her parents. She don't even look like Janet or James. Nobody on either side of those people families. So all I can say is I wish Miss Tiffany luck, girl, and it looks like your 15 minutes of fame is up, dog. Sorry. Okay, I talked about this. Now, let's talk about, I was down there to the Famous.com website, right? Cause feet don't lie. And I read an article that said Fetty Wap baby mother, Masika Kalisha, caught a DCFS case after her baby swallowed a Xanax allegedly. Now, Famous had to remove the article because Masika lawyers confirmed the story and requested Famous to remove the story because it was a private matter. I said, oh, really? However, I did read on that the DCFS was called in because a nurse called in on Masika. She claiming her baby swallowed a Xanax found in a friend's bag, And they kept the baby overnight, but Masika didn't want to stay, and that's when the nurse decided to call DCFS on her ass. I feel like it's negligent on her part, honestly. Child, your baby is coming up on a year old. Babies that age explore. You supposed to always be watchful of what they doing. And why your friend had a Xanax in a purse or bag or whatever that was so openly available for your baby to go in there, dig down in there and find that. And why you didn't want to stay at the hospital overnight. One would think if my baby that's coming up on a year old, ate a Xanax pill, and they got to keep her overnight, I'm going to be right there. Why you was ready to leave? Are you trying to run or something? Go get your story together? Was that, in fact, your pill? I don't know. I feel some kind of way about that, y'all. Get down in the pen and tell me what you think about this story. I thought that was kind of I'm sick of you joker face bitch. You weren't taking care of that baby. It seems like what that is. Now, let's switch gears over to some political news right quick, y'all. Thursday, abandoning talks. 45 demanded make a deal or break the vote on the health care legislation that he trying to pass, okay? He said if it fails Friday, Obamacare would remain in place for now. It's been called a risky move, part gamble, part threat, because they can't come to a conclusion, and they still remain short of votes, okay, to eliminate parts of the now in place Affordable Care Act, aka Obamacare. Now, the Republican legislation would halt Obama's tax penalties against those who don't buy the coverage, cut out the federal state Medicaid for low-income folk, which under Obamacare it got expanded. It would provide tax credits for people, say, to help pay their medical bills, but it wouldn't be as much as what you would get right now under the current plan. And it would allow users to charge older it would allow insurers to charge older Americans for more for their services. Child, I was reading this shit and I really felt some kind of damn way. It'll repeal the taxes imposed on higher income people, and also it'll help health industry companies. Now, that's not all 45 plan would do. It would also block federal programs like Planned Parenthood for up to a year. Now, GOP leaders are expected they was expecting to celebrate overturning Obama's Affordable Care Act with this new Health Care Act that he wants to implement. They was hoping that they would get that done, because it's almost 7 years to the date from when Obama signed in the Affordable Care Act into law. But it's now bittersweet to them because it's a delay. Child. Although many Republicans do go along with 45, this Medicaid part of this bill is causing a whole lot of concerns for people, because it's going to affect millions of kids. And no possible solution was offered along with that. You just going to cut this program that helps a lot of people, namely children, and you have no solution as to how, if we do this, what's going to happen? What are we offering here? Child. Oh, Nancy Pelosi, she was too happy about it. She's the House Minority Leader who had worked hard with Obama to sign the Affordable Care Act into law. She took a dig at 45, saying, you may be a great negotiator, but it's a rookie's error for bringing this up on a day when you weren't ready. I said, come through. 45 been tweeting his ass to tail off, telling people to go with his plan and call your reps and let them know. However, Republicans failed to build an outside constituency to support this bill. Instead, medical professionals, doctors, major employers, as well as AARP and other consumer groups unanimously opposed this new bill that he's offering he want to put into place. He got frustrated is what he did. Once again, some of his fuck shit is not coming to pass, and he's mad. Now, if this bill passed the House, it will still have to get past the Senate. And this is why I'm telling y'all, listen to me, let's have a little conversation. This is why the midterm elections in 2018 is going to be so vital. Y'all, we got to go out and vote. At least try to have some type of say-so. Learn who your people who wants to be your representatives, they want to be your congressmen, they want to be your senators. Find out what their positions are and make sure you send in the right person to Washington who has your best interest at heart. They all gonna lie. Okay? But you need to pick somebody that's going to at least somewhat work in your favor. Okay? I know many of y'all feel discouraged. I know you do. You feel down on your luck, bitch. Back against the wind. Especially after 45 basically stole the election with the help of the Russians. And yep, I'm saying it. Okay? Actually, your vote did count. Okay? Because she won the popular vote. It was that electoral college that gave 45 the job, so the process can work. We just got to do something. And here's the thing. The electoral college don't have anything to do with midterm elections. So y'all, I really urge y'all to go out there and try to, learn who in your area is for what and what they stand for before you go out there to the polls and cast your ballots for midterm elections. But it's very important because we need to get some control in their Congress. This man had, if you don't think that, okay, look, I understand. Y'all, a lot of people like me, we feel like, we're a resilient bunch of people. We gonna be all right. But let me tell you something. And you also may be like me and feel like, you done prayed about your situation. You're gonna be all right. But remember, faith without work is dead. You have to do your part. And I honestly believe that sometimes we can make a difference, I honestly believe that we can make a difference here. People need to stop being mad and become more progressive. I say that to me as well. Because now, y'all know I rarely talk political news on my channel anyway. But I watch MSNBC. I pay attention to Rachel Maddow. I pay attention to Beautiful Soul Speaks. We're not all political savvy, and some of us just don't understand the jargon. But she do, and she meaning Beautiful Soul. That is the only female that I know on YouTube that I watch. Now, I'm sure it's others, but that's the only one I watch. When I'm confused about something 45 and them got going on, I turn to her channel because she's either going to talk about it in her Quickie News or she going to bring a special video out discussing it for you. I consider that's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? For people like me who don't always understand exactly what the hell you hearing on these news shows because you don't know the political jargons. You don't know that. She understands it and she breaks it down. And that's why I'm not afraid to encourage old and new love things to go over there and learn some, weigh in on the conversation, and subscribe to that woman channel because she does really, really great political analysis. She does really good at it. If she can get through to a bitch like me, I know I'm not the dullest knife in the damn drawer. You know what I'm saying? But I don't get it all the time. And when I'm confused about something, I go over there and look at her channel. Sometimes I'll be about to hit her up and ask her a question or two, and she not already put the video up. That's why I always check before I ask anything. Okay? And it don't bother me to tell y'all to go over there and subscribe to that lady channel and pay attention because we all need to be aware. Like I said, some of y'all are still in your feelings about the presidential election, and I get it. You're pissed off that this man was able to get in the White House. So am I. But he there now. And the only thing we can do is keep an eye out and put the right people in place to combat the foolishness that come out of this man's mouth. And this girl is over here bringing this news to us, breaking it down in layman's term for those of us who are not quite so political savvy. So I do encourage you to go over there and help her, watch her channel, subscribe to her channel if you're not, and get you some, you know what I'm saying? YouTube is big enough for everybody to succeed. So I'm never worried about someone else getting, above me, because what's for me, I'm going to get regardless. A lot of times you have people on YouTube afraid to shout out other people because they don't want a person to go beyond them. I don't give a shit who go beyond me, because at the end of the day, like I said, what's for me is going to be for me. You know what I'm saying? I remember just last week I saw one of my little things had posted, and I don't remember exactly what it said, but I'm going to paraphrase. She say that, I don't hate when I see my neighbors succeed. I rejoice because it lets me know that God is in the neighborhood. I said, yes, God, girl. So go over there and sub to Beautiful Soul. I'll link her channel down in the description bar. And I'll put this article for, in there about this health care bill. Because, child, if they mess with this bill too much, it's going to hurt a lot of people. Let's just be 100 here. Okay? Let's do better. You can be as book smart as you want to and life dumb as hell, okay? I'm survivor strong and I'm hungry, so I'm going to succeed anyway, okay? Every sinner got a past, and every saved person got a testimony. So, I don't be worried about that. I really, I big up her because she has done a whole lot to help me understand this political process that we're dealing with every day, because it's something new with this damn administration every single day almost, okay? And we gonna go on and move on, because I don't go deep into the political. I just wanted to talk about that because that damn that health care bill gonna hurt some people and it's gonna help some folks. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's helping a whole lot of people. Yeah, it needs some work. I'm not gonna sit here and say that Affordable Care Act is 100% foolproof and it's just perfect plan. No, it needs some revisions, but it don't need to go away neither. Because it's a lot of people out here that depends on that. It's a lot of people I heard during the campaigns that came out saying that had it not been for the Affordable Care Act, they don't know where their health state would be right now. I told y'all, I went through some things last year. If it wasn't for that, I don't know what I would have done. Now I'm in a better place today, but at one point, and you never forget where you came from, because you could wind up there again. That's all I'm saying, And thank y'all, all the ones that love me and hate me for the views. Now, let me see what else we gonna talk about. It was one more thing I wanted to say. Well, it's two more things I wanted to talk about. I told that girl lied. Okay. Look, let me explain. Y'all know I get y'all the melting pot of things, so shit ain't in order. Just flow with me. Flow with me. I'm gonna bless you. If you a woman who used to being maybe a little bit by herself and very independent, and God done blessed you to get you a man in your life, and I mean a man, I ain't talking about no little boy, I'm talking about a man, somebody that know how to take care of you at home. It's alright to put your guard down and let him be a man in there. It's alright to be a little submissive to that man. Okay? It's alright. All you got to do is understand your role. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of times, especially if you're a woman who used to being independent, now you got this man, it's kind of like a tug of war, because you used to popping off and doing things your way, and now you got this person in your life, and you have to be mindful of how they feeling as well. You can't just do anything you want to do, okay? Every man, let your man be your damn hero. Every man wants to feel like he taking care of his woman and his home. Allow him to do that. Listen to your partner and don't always have something to say in return. Sometimes to avoid unnecessary drama, you got to go silent. It's hard, I know. If you alone, if you used to being by yourself and very independent, but I'm gonna tell you what my grandmother used to tell me: you catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar. Ask yourself, is this man good to me? Does he listen to me? Does he support my ideals? Do you know why you with him? Because if you looking at him wondering why he there, shit, we got a whole deep problem in there right there. Submissiveness is not going to come if you sitting there wondering. But if you know that you got you a good man, you need to do what we call shutting the fuck up sometime. Back down and know your role as a woman. Sometimes you can't argue with the damn man. Shut up some damn time. Just be his helpmate. It don't cost you nothing to shut the fuck up. It's free. And sometimes by shutting up, you'll gain an understanding of things about your dude. See, if you always running your mouth or ready to combat something because you feel like it's wrong, it's two ways to kill a baby. You don't always have to argue. If you something going on and he didn't say some shit or did some shit and you not here for it, sometimes you need to be quiet in that moment. Just be quiet. Wait. Wait till he's in a calm place and your nerves done got right. Because ain't nobody gonna let you talk to him stupid. And again, like I said, if the man is doing what he's supposed to do for you, then why you gonna fuck up your home? I can sit here and tell you 101 things that you need to be doing, but it's gonna all begin with you wanting to do the shit. Common sense will say, sometimes I need not to be so high-headed and run my goddamn mouth. It's alright if you got a man. Now, I ain't talking about no boy, because I don't know nothing about boys. I don't know nothing about that. I don't deal with boys. I'm talking about if you got a good man on your team that truly loves you and trying to be there for you. Sometimes, ladies, we have to stop running our damn mouth. You cannot wear the panties and the boxers in this relationship. Now, you're going to have to make a damn decision. And ain't no man that I know of, not no man, gonna let a woman just walk all over him and he ain't gonna let you just say what the fuck you wanna say to him neither. You gonna have to be mindful. That's where the respect come into play at. You can't just run your mouth because you got one. Not cool at all. So, before I move on, I'm gonna tell you this right here. Watch your motherfucking self before you be by your goddamn self. Sometimes you just got to sit your ass down and check yourself. And for you to say, how do I do this, means that you know that you ain't doing something right. So look within yourself. Because I can tell you 101 things, but it all gonna begin with you wanting to do it and doing it. Child, it ain't no cool thing to have to get in that bed every night by your motherfucking self. It ain't no cool thing to have to pay them bills by your motherfucking self too. If you got God that bless you with somebody that's good to you and he true to you, and you having trouble being submissive, child, call me, because I'll tell you about the struggles of a bitch that don't have that in her household, okay? I'll be happy to save you, because I don't want you to have to go through it. Trust and believe, if I ever meet that equal yoke, I'm going to know how to act, and I'm going to act accordingly, okay? That's real talk. Now, I was getting ready to conclude my Fuck Shit Friday notes last night when I received an email from a love thing, and she wanted me to speak on this situation that was occurring in New York City. Apparently, a black man, 66 years old, was killed by white men simply because of the color of his skin. Now, upon me doing some research, I found the article, and I'm gonna link the article down in the description box. Now, in that description box, it's gonna have Beautiful Soul video channel. It's gonna have the article about the healthcare bill being stalled, and it's gonna contain this article here. Plus, I'm gonna talk about one more thing else before I get up out of here. But that article, when I was reading it, it says that 28-year-old James Harris Jackson was charged with second-degree murder and arraigned Thursday, and prosecutors are expected to upgrade the charges once it goes before the grand jury. Why, you may ask? Because they looking at it as an act of terrorism. Prosecutors say that he was motivated by pure hate. During the arraignment, Jackson looked about the courtroom with a curious expression, but he said nothing. Okay? Now, I kept reading the article, and let me see what it told me. 'Cause I ain't got this shit. Oh yeah, I want to talk about them kids. Apparently, this man got on a bus from Baltimore, Maryland. He's supposed to be a part of this white supremacist group, and his issue is he targets the black man because he's upset with the black man for getting with the white woman. He got a laptop containing some manifestos and some other details that's on there that he stated that he was planning on taking the laptop to the news people, but police now have it in their possessions, and they're waiting on a search warrant so they can go through that and see exactly what's going on with him. That's the reason why they're looking at it as an act of terrorism. I'm like, Lord, you know what? Now, he's 28 years old. He done got on the bus from Baltimore, Maryland to come